guys, welcome to Fridaysews. My name's Sarah. I've actually made it on for Fridaysews. Hopefully I can get this edited in time. But I had a little bit of time and I finished sewing some things. So I thought I would get on here and share a video. So as you can see, I've picked a slightly different position for today, trying out different views in the sewing room. This, you'll sort of see bits of my sewing room. So I've got my trusty Calyx units there. What have I got on top? Some more fabric. My overlocker. It's out of the box. I may not have actually used it yet, but it is out of the box, which is a step further. Some random paraphernalia here. And then my trusty dress form, who is wearing a new dress. So this is the Cashmere Upton dress. Some of you who have been following my recent honeymoon vlogs or my honeymoon plans vlog, I can't remember if it was on that or another one, but anyway, there was a dress in Monsoon that I saw and really liked. It was polka dot, square neck, sleeveless, full skirt. You see the inspo. And I decided to have a go at making it using the Upton dress. As you know, we're going to Sicily and Italy for our honeymoon. So I thought like this with a nice red shoe, like hair back, red sunnies, I just thought would be really a sort of cute Italian honeymoon look. So I have made this pattern lots of times. Again, I remeasured myself. I pretty much always remeasure myself when I make this because the bodice fit is quite close. And if you use the Cashmere size calculator, that tells you exactly what size you have to make. So I think my bodice for the bust was a 22 GH with a 2-inch full bust adjustment. And then I graded up, I think, to a 24 or 26 waist. And then the skirt is self-drafted. So I pretty much always just put my own skirt on. I find for the silhouette that I want, it's better. But also then I can adjust according to how much fabric I have left. I find a lot of patterns estimate sort of loads and loads of fabric for the skirt. And that puts me off making them sometimes because you need, meters and meters. And so what I mostly do is cut out the bodice and then I will work out what I'm doing with the skirt based on how much fabric I have left. For this, I was looking for a specific print. So I've bought, this is a sort of satin fabric. I'm pretty sure it's poly, although it feels nice and smooth. Yeah, but for the price of it and just the feel of it, I think it must have like quite a high poly content. But it does the job. I don't normally buy fabrics with poly. It was just because I was looking for something specific and I could either find really big spots or I could find like teeny little polka dots. And this was the only one I could find that sort of had that in between. Now, the fit is decent because it always is, because it's cashmere. I did find, so there's actually a bit of give in the outer fabric, whereas the lining fabric has no give, and it's like slightly bagging a little bit around the bust. So I'm hoping to make a similar dress, although probably with a less full skirt, out of my pink and white Majolica fabric. But I might just like play around a little bit, although for both of those, the fabrics are cottons and they don't have any stretch. So I'm hoping that they'll match better and that will avoid the sort of slight bagging. Again, there will be pictures when I come back from honeymoon. I will take some pictures when we're away, but I wanted to sort of show it to you. It's not perfect. Again, it's just this type of fabric I'm not the best at, and it shows up every little niggle, which is annoying, but overall I'm really pleased with the dress, especially with how quickly it came together. I've put a nice red lining in, which I think is cute, and I'm gonna get like a little black cardie, just a little cropped cardie. I'm not gonna make one because I don't have time, so I'm gonna just get a little black cardie so that if we go out in the evening I've got something I can chuck on to keep warm. But I think this is going to be a really nice thing to wear out in the evening. I've got to take a bit of length out of the skirt. I made the skirt nice and long. I would say the skirt at the moment is sort of ankle length. I want it to be midi length probably, so I can take a couple of inches off. My legs aren't massively long, but I would say you can't, at the moment, if I'm wearing it, you can't really see my ankles. Whereas I want you to be able to see a little bit of leg. So I'm going to leave it to sit on the dress form for a while and then I will chop some of the skirt off. I really hate leveling the hair, but I'm so bad at it. I don't know how people do it. If you have a trick, let me know. I might have asked this in a past video, I don't know, but yeah, it's a part I hate of this. I always leave them, and then when the hem drops, I think this fabric is quite stable, so I don't think it will drop much, but yeah, like, why does that happen? Why does it drop so much in certain places? And I'm sure I'm not cutting. I had one of the dresses, the willow dress I made, in this very light viscose lurex fabric from Fabric Godmother, and the hem just was like all over the place. And I know I didn't cut it on the cross grain because I lined it up with the print. So unless the print is slightly squiff, which I don't think it is, but yeah, I just don't know why it would drop so much. But there you go. That's part of the fun of sewing things, isn't it? So yeah, so I'm really pleased with this, and I'm going to probably make a couple of tweaks for the Majolica dress. I'm not going to include the waistband. So I sort of only realised partway through, I hadn't registered that the dress I was trying to copy didn't have a waistband. It just went straight into the gathers. So I think I'm just going to slightly elongate the bodice in the Majolica dress, and then I will add the skirt directly on rather than have the waistband. So that's one thing I've planned. The skirt, as I said, will have to have less volume, and also with this, I wasn't really bothered about pattern matching, whereas on the Majolica fabric, I'm going to have to be really careful about how everything looks and that it's centered, and yeah, I need to really think about that. So it's going to be a bit more complicated in different ways. Now, the other thing I've made this week is a shirt for Nathan, so I'll pop a picture of that here. It is a Simplicity S9137. 3757. Can I see it there? I think it's 57. S9157, which is just a classic shirt. I bodged this is the problem with me trying to speed sew everything. I just got like a bit muddled with how the facing was supposed to be attached at the collar. So I ended up just doing it my own way, which I do feel now that I've made enough shirts that I can sort of just go, I'm going to use my own method, because I do find that sometimes they just play around with the construction, and sometimes it's really great, and then other times it just confuses me more, and I'd rather just do it the way that I do it. So yeah, so I made this using this dead stock Ralph Lauren linen fabric, which I got from Jenny Stitches, my fave, and it's really nice. It's quite a loose weave, I would say, so I think it's going to be really nice to wear in the summer, but it did just move around a little bit more than I'm used to. And overall, the pattern, the sizing, it fits. Nathan's sort of tall and broad, and it fits him nicely. I've made this shirt of him before. In another, I think it might have even been another Ralph Lauren dead stock, although the weight of the fabric, it was a viscose linen before, and it just held its shape a bit more than this one does. But it's a very similar feel. The look is very similar as well, but it just feels a bit more earthy, I would say, the fabric. And yeah, I think I'm really pleased with it. I just used buttons that I had in my stash that I was actually sent. I think Rainbow Fabric sent me when I ordered something once, sent a bag of buttons, so I just had buttons from that, which Nathan picked. And overall, very pleased with it. As I said, I've made it before, so it was unrisky, and now I can go back to just making things for myself. So that's the best thing about it. I've made one thing so I can feel smug, but that's it. So now I've made sort of a list of the things I want to get done this weekend. I've not got loads of time, although on Sunday, so Saturday I've got very little time. Sunday I have the whole day, and I'm just going to be like, don't disturb me. Let me do my thing. I'm hoping to sew some Winslows. I'm hoping to sew a Mabel, which is going to be in the red. Those two I can get together fairly quickly if my machine is playing ball with the shirring. And then I want to cut out the Grafton, so I'm hoping of making a red stretch lace evening-y dress using the Cashmere Grafton pattern, which I've not used before, so I need to have a little look at that. And I need to cut out my other Uptons. So once those are cut out, I think pretty much everything I'm planning on making has been cut, and so it's just sewing. I have about 3 weeks, just under 3 weeks. I'd say I'm averaging about 3 makes a week at the moment. So I might not get through everything, but I'm just hoping. I've made a lot of the things I wanted to, so I'm just going to keep going until I can sew no more. And then that will be that. So do stay tuned for the updates. I also have a vlog coming tomorrow, which is part of the vlogger tour for Project Dresser Girl. When I come back from honeymoon, I know I always say this, but I am hoping to have a bit more time to get back into this regular posting and to just invest more time in the channel. It's been such a weird year of sort of stop starts. Obviously we had a wedding, and then we moved back into our house, and then now it's like a honeymoon rush and everything's sort of a big rush. Toying with doing Vlogmas this year. I did it a couple of years ago. I wasn't really sure about doing it last year, but this year I'm thinking maybe I might give it a go again. But I need to wait until honeymoon's out of the way, I think, and then look realistically at what I can do in Vlogmas. I think, you know, I have sort of, around Christmas, I have quite a fun job. I do lots of Christmassy concerts and carol services and things like that. We are having some people over for dinner for Christmas this year. Some family are coming to ours, and yeah, and so there should be some nice little crafty things to do to prep for that and things like that. So I'm thinking it might be fun, but I also know that last time there were times when I just worked all day and then I had nothing interesting to tell anybody. So, and I know it's very oversaturated at that time of year. So I'm toying with it. I'm toying with it. But let me know what you think. I do know, as I said, that lots of people, you just can't keep up with all the videos. So one of the reasons I didn't do it last year is I just found the view per videos is just super low because there are, 50 videos a day. But yeah, I don't know. I thought it might be good to get myself back into the flow of vlogging more regularly. So we'll have a think about that. And let's see. I have bought some cute little crafting cottons I've just ordered from Jenny Stitches. Yeah, so I've got some little plans, and I'll probably make some gifts again this year. And I have some nice festive fabrics to make things for myself, because I'm kind of selfish at times. Not always. So that's that. I also wanted to show you, I just ordered 2 more packs of these lovely Kylie in the Machine labels. They're my absolute faves, and I don't think they release them anymore. They are a collaboration with Mel Stringer. Ooh, I've just thrown them on the floor. And they have these gorgeous, like, curvy ladies on. So I just sort of panicked because I've been getting through them quite quickly, my other pack. And I just thought, I'm going to be really sad when these are gone and I might not be able to buy them anywhere else. So I bought 2 packs. So that's the only sewing thing I bought recently, apart from zips. As I said, I have just done an order from Jenny because she puts up new fabric and I just can't resist. Her prices are so good as well. And she sends everything really quickly. And it's just, yeah, I need to stop buying fabric, but there you go. Right, so that's it for me for today. I'm also hoping, even though we all know I'm sewing exclusively for holiday, I'm hoping, I have got plans for some autumn winter sewing when I get back. So I will probably make a video about that at some point soon as well. But I hope you're getting on really well. Are you fully in the swing of your autumn winter sewing now? I'd love to know what you're making or what your plans are. And yeah, thanks for tuning in. I'll see you later. Have a good week. Bye.